Okay, we'll start in a couple of minutes. Okay, so very good morning for everyone. I think
Good
the
morning, sir.
yes, and
Good
for
morning,
the
sir.
so in the earlier
Good morning, sir.
class, in the earlier class, we have covered uh, kinetic theory of matter. I think after that, Sister Shiny has taken some classes for you.
No, sir. Sir,
No,
Rahul
sir.
No,
Rahul
sir.
Marathe.
Yesterday.
Rahul,
No, sir.
Rahul
Sir,
Marathi.
Rahul
Okay,
Marathi has taken. Yes, sir.
okay. So till where sir has covered?
Sir has done till page number 13, number 4. We will do from exercise 3 of page 13.
Okay, okay. So page number 13, question number 3. You are there in that one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what we will do is we will continue with the questions in the next class. Today we will start the new chapter, that is the physical and chemical changes. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Physical and chemical changes. Physical and chemical changes. So what is the difference between physical and chemical
Sir, may I can
changes?
So may
answer?
I? So may I?
May
So
I?
may I? So may I, sir? So may I?
Sir,
One.
So
may
may
I?
I? So
One.
can I?
Sir,
So may I, so sir? Can I?
Okay.
So
may
may
I?
I?
Okay, Tanya, you
So,
can
sir,
answer.
may I? Yes, sir. So, physical and chemical change. So, physical change is a change in which substance changes to its form, not the substance is changed or new chemical is produced. So, it is a reversible change and it is a temporary change. And, sir, in chemical change, it is a permanent change and irreversible change. In that, new substances are formed.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay, I think most of the points you have told. Mm. Anyone else want to say?
Sir, may I?
Yeah, go ahead, Shivam.
Physical changes are the changes that occurs temporarily and are irreversible and are reversible. It occurs only for a short time and there is no any change in the mass and temperature of the object. Whereas chemical changes are the changes that does not occur for a short time. They are irreversible changes and irreversible changes and there is changes in the mass and the temperature of the object in which the chemical change take place.
Mm. Okay. Okay, good. So There is something about reversible and non-reversible, right? That is, some changes are reversible changes, some are irreversible changes. So if we compare physical and chemical, all chemical changes are irreversible. Is it true?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you think about any example in which the chemical reaction can be reversed?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Cannot. Okay. Why it is like that? Why you all chemical reactions we are telling is irreversible? What is happening that
Sir,
in a
because new substances are formed in the chemical chain, so we cannot reverse it.
new
Sir,
substance?
in this change in temperature
Somewhere.
also take place, and it is not easy to gain the same temperature again.
And
Hmm.
with
So
new
it is
properties
what
also.
it changes the molecular composition of a substance.
Molecular composition is changing. So when we say molecular composition is changing, what is that precisely? What is happening? What is changing? In a chemical reaction, something is changing. In a physical reaction, that thing is not changing. The chemical bonds. Okay, in a chemical reaction, the chemical bonds will either be broken and new bonds will be made. Okay, so there is going to be some kind of rearrangement of the structure. Okay, so when you are telling a molecular level, there is a change in a chemical reaction. At a molecular level, there is a change here. So what is happening basically in a chemical reaction? Chemical bonds. Okay, the chemical bonds are going to change, new bonds will be formed, some bonds will be broken, these kind of things. But in a physical change, whether chemical bonds will be new chemical bonds will be formed.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, so here basically in a physical change, what is going to happen is it is a reversible. Basically it is reversible because the changes are taking in a physical level at overall level, but not at the atomic structure level. Chemical bonds are not going to change. Okay, for example, if you say the formation of curd, is it an example of physical or chemical reaction?
Chemical change.
Chemical
Chemical
change.
reaction.
Chemical reaction.
Because from curd again you cannot get back milk. Yes. Oh. But is it also physical change?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
How,
No,
sir?
sir.
Hmm.
In the book it is written.
Hmm.
Means in class 7 book.
Hmm. You think for yourself and you can say, na? Is it possible that a particular reaction, a particular change can be both physical change as well as chemical change?
Sir, in the candle burning also both change take place, physical and chemical change.
So when we are telling formation of curd, there is a change in state. Okay, that is from a liquid state you are going to semi-solid state. A curd is a semi-solid. Okay, there is a change, there is a physical change, of course, no doubt it is a physical change, but that physical change is because there is a chemical change, because the structure of the protein that is there in the milk that got changed, and that is why we are able to see that physical change. So many times what happens is the chemical change can result in a physical change also. Okay, now physical change, a change in which no new substance is formed, is called physical change. Okay, the changes in the state, size, shape and color of a substance are physical changes. Okay, these are all, I think, there is you need to. I think there is too many classes have already over, and we cannot entertain these kind of names, right? Without roll numbers and all these kind of stupid kind of names cannot be entertained. Some students are still doing these things is not acceptable, no? Okay, a change in the state, size, shape and color. Okay, these are all like overall physical properties like the color, size, shape. These are all the physical changes. The properties such as state, size, shape and color of a substance is called physical properties. A physical change is a temporary change and is reversible. In a physical change, the composition of the substance remains unchanged. Composition is not changing. Okay, so maybe we have some questions also in our mind and we will see some points here, and then we will try to see whether we are able to answer those questions. Now first point is example of physical change, interconversion of states of water. So all of you know that water will change, have
Yes,
the,
the water to solid, solid to liquid, solid back to the water and water to the gas.
yeah, so all there are three states of possible with water. So when ice where it is in solid state is placed in an open plate, it changes into water, that is liquid state. When water is boiled, it becomes into water vapor. If water vapor is cooled, it changes back into water and so on. Okay, so no new substance is going to form during these changes and all these changes are reversible. Therefore this interconversion of states of water is a physical change. Okay, that is a good example. Okay, the interconversion of the states of water. Dissolving a solid in a liquid. Okay, this is an interesting example. We'll see. So please you can please switch off your
No.
mute your this one please. Yeah, so dissolving a solid in liquid. Second example, so when you are dissolving a solid in liquid, okay, is that going to be reversible or irreversible?
Sir, it will
Reversible.
be reversible.
Reversible, that
Sir,
means
because if water is
once
melted to
once
the ice, is sir,
once
because if ice is melted to the water.
okay, so now for example if we dissolved sodium chloride salt in water, can you get back the salt?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. So we have to refine it, then we will get.
Or refine means
Have to separate water and salt.
can we do it
Yes, sir.
by
Yes, sir.
the method of
Sir,
Boiling.
evaporation.
yes, boiling, simple boil it. Okay, so boil it and collect whatever the water vapor is formed. You can collect the water vapor, that you will get back your water and the salt will remain behind. So in this way the solid state sodium chloride was in a solid state, but when we mixed it in the water, when we dissolved it in water, did it become liquid? Did sodium chloride become liquid?
No, sir.
Did its state change?
No, sir.
No, the state of the sodium chloride did not change. Okay, but physically its size changed. Earlier it was in a very big size. The crystals of the salt that you were able to see were in a large size. Human eye, we are able to see that one. But once we are dissolving in water, the size of that crystals becomes so small that we can't see it. Okay, then we say that it has got dissolved. Okay, because each of the atoms of that sodium chloride, they have individually, they have separated from each other. Okay. So now what is happening? Dissolving a solid in a liquid known as, for example, common salts, small quantity we are putting in water. Okay. So it results in the formation of solution. You can heat it over a water bath, and the water has evaporated and only salt is left behind. The weigh the salt again, the weight will be the same, therefore it is a physical change. Okay. Next, grinding of substances. I think this is something which everyone is okay with. You know? Grinding of substances is definitely physical change. So when we grind substances like wheat, rice, jowar, bajra, etc., no new substance will be formed. Only that grain will be broken down into the finer particles. So therefore, size is changing. Okay, and that is a simple physical change. Drying of wet clothes is a physical change. Tearing of a sheet of paper. Okay. Now, tearing a sheet of paper, is it a physical or chemical change? Is it reversible,
Physical
irreversible?
change.
Reversible, irreversible. I took a sheet of paper, I tore it into two pieces, and now I am telling that whether it is a reversible, irreversible.
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 Sir, irreversible.
Irreversible.
We
I
say
will.
it is not possible
I
to
can.
rejoin it.
No, yeah. If maybe I have to use some gum or something, but that is I am using some other substance.
Sir, how much we will try some mass, it will lose only.
Hmm. So here, basically, what is happening is it is appears to be irreversible. When you tear a piece of paper and someone is telling that because we can't join it again back, we have to use gum or something else. So that is a different, again, some chemical reaction, because the gum is again going to do some new bonds and all those things. It is chemical reaction. So therefore, if you tear a paper and simply you want to attach it, it is not going to attach like that, and therefore it is irreversible. We say it is irreversible, but it is not true. Why? What has happened when you tear a sheet of paper? Is any new substance is formed?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir,
There
no
is
No,
a
new
sir.
substance
there is
formed.
a change in the shape and size. Okay, shape and size, there is a change. But if we make the pulp of that paper, okay, you tore the paper, fine. You make the pulp of the paper and again you can make it into a sheet. Okay, that is possible. That is possible.
Yes, sir, that is also known as recycling of the paper.
Recycling, okay, that is possible. So therefore, when you tear the paper, immediately maybe you are not able to join exactly like that, but it is reversible. You can get back the paper. Okay, you can get back the paper in its original form also if you want. So basically here what is important is the change is only in the shape and size. Okay, and this change does not involve change in the chemical bonds. Okay, and therefore it is a physical change. Melting of butter in a dish, yeah, simply just a melting, you can again cool it and you will be able to get in the solid butter also. Okay, but if we burn the butter, okay, it is a chemical change, because many new substances like smoke, gas, water vapor are formed. Okay, obviously when we are burning, we are going at a higher temperature, then at that higher temperature new bonds will be formed, many bonds will be broken. Okay, so because there is a rearrangement, reorganization of the chemical bonds, okay, therefore it is a chemical reaction, chemical change. Okay, example number 7, boiling, evaporation and condensation. So anyone want to say why boiling, evaporation and condensation are physical changes?
Sir, because they all can be reversed.
They are all reversed. Okay, reversible reactions. Anything else?
So no new substances are formed in this, only The particle which is heated or cooled changes its state.
Yes, there is only a change in state. Okay.
Sir, in that only molecular arrangement is changed.
Molecular arrangement is changed. Yes, yeah, that is true. Even the molecular arrangement, when we are talking about the structure of the water in ice and the structure of the water in liquid state and in the water vapor state, the structure how the water molecules are arranged is different. Okay, but if you look at chemical bonds will be same. Chemical bonds, water structure of the water molecule will not change. Okay, but what will change, how the water molecules are arranged. That means one water molecule, how it is interacting with another water molecule, that will be different in the ice, water and water vapor, but the chemical structure of water will remain same. So here in the boiling, evaporation and condensation, they are all physical changes. Okay, because there is reversibility and there is no change in the chemical bonds. Hammering of metals to form sheets, it is also physical change. Okay, because it is the same substance, only the shape is going to change.
And
Rubbing,
we can put it in a blast furnace to gain it original state in which we have pushed it.
yes, that can be done. Next, rubbing of alcohol. Okay, because now particularly so many people are using the hand sanitizers. Okay, so many people are using hand sanitizers now. Hand sanitizers are all made up of rubbing alcohol. Okay, either it is ethanol or isopropyl alcohol, either of this one. Okay, so if we rub the alcohol, okay, the alcohol, it will get evaporated very easily. Okay, that's why we feel some kind of cooling kind of sensation when we use that
Yes, sir.
hand sanitizer, because once it is evaporating, so there is a loss of heat, no, when it is evaporating, so it is taking away the heat, therefore we feel the cooling sensation. So if we rub alcohol, the alcohol left uncovered will evaporate quickly into the air. It turns into a gas but maintains the properties of alcohol, whether it is there in your hand or it has evaporated. Chemically it is still alcohol itself, only there is going to be change of state, liquid state to gas state, that's all. Okay, therefore it is also example of the physical change. Okay, okay, in your figure 2.2 there is one plant is there, mimosa. Okay, mimosa pudica, when a twig of mimosa, that is a touch me not plant, is touched, its leaflets closes. After some time when you open out as before, if you touch the twig again, the same reaction is seen. It means these changes are reversible ones. Okay. So like this, a touch me not plant is there. So when we touch it, of course, the leaves are going to close. Okay, but after some time they will again open up. The same thing can repeat. So it is a reversible reaction. So this kind of biological reactions are also their example. Petroleum. Okay, petroleum. What we use, this is, we are not saying petrol. We are saying petroleum. Petroleum. It is including all this petrol, diesel, kerosene, whatever is there, that is we get by the refining of this crude oil. Okay, that is a petroleum oil. So many million of years ago, this sea animals, okay, microorganisms and so on, they got, after they die, they settle down in the ocean and they are keep on covered up. Under the ocean there is a lot of pressure is there. How much pressure we are facing today that from the atmosphere? Can anyone guess what is the pressure that we are facing from the atmosphere? 1 atmospheric pressure. Okay, that is a unit, a simple unit. So what we are seeing is normal pressure in any room or anywhere we are going. What is there in our nature is 1 atmospheric pressure. When you go under the ocean, the pressure increases or decreases?
So pressure increases.
Increases.
Sir, because they are going more near to the earth surface.
Increases.
Correct. So as we are going down, the pressure increases because mm, uh, there is a lot of water above it, no? The water is more density than air. We are living on earth, we are having the air around us, so the air is giving some pressure. Okay, that pressure is 1 atmospheric pressure. But when you go under the water, what pressure you are facing? The water pressure. Water is more dense than air, so you will feel more pressure. Now if you go into very deep ocean, then what happens? The force is so much, it can crush your bones, it can make you pulp. You cannot go so deep without
So
protective
that's why somebody are going there.
without protective equipment. No one can go that much deep into the ocean, because the pressure it increases so much that the simply the body will get crushed. So what happens is, all these animals and microorganisms that are dying, plants that are dying, they settle in the seabed, and then on that one soil and everything is deposited over millions of years. What happens? Due to so much of pressure, temperature also increases. There is a slow reaction. Okay, a slow chemical reaction will be taking place, and over so many millions of years, whatever that fats and everything is there in these animals and plants, that will slowly get converted into crude oil that we are using today in the form of petrol, diesel. We are refining and we are using. Okay, so that is an example of a slow change. It is a irreversible change, of course. Okay, you cannot get back the original whatever those things were there from petroleum. Okay, so I think we will continue in the next class, sir. Any doubts you have, you can ask. I will take the attendance. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.